Well, that was pretty cool, huh? What's up, guys?
Yeah.
How we doing?
Not bad,
Welcome
not
to
bad.
fans of the Diamond tonight. Chat, absolutely bringing Phil Gardner. Um,
Scrap iron.
right. Obviously, Mark took you to the World Series as the manager for your Astros.
Yeah, well, Astros fucking suck now. All my teams suck right now. That's how I feel. We're now in last place in Major League Baseball. That is fickle.
I don't know who's worse. You or Jason. Once your team starts losing, I don't know
Because they,
who's worse.
it's because they ran out of trash cans in Houston, man. I heard they went to rubber trash cans, so they can't.
What's that? I'm having trouble hearing you.
I didn't recognize someone on TV. I'm trying to see who that was, but no. People still hating on us, but there he is. How's the man cave coming?
Well, as you can tell, no progress has been made thus far.
So we don't see the Dodger blue wall back there or nothing.
He said no.
Actually, Rich, it's more turquoise than anything else.
Well,
yeah, I was gonna say you're running a little more Tampa Bay back here than LA.
well,
Yeah, right. No kidding.
he had one thing in common, like my Astros, making no progress.
Well, baby steps, man. Baby steps.
Oh shit.
By the way, sorry about this weekend there, Jason.
Hey, there's still 5.5 months of the regular season to go, Big Rich. I'm not sweating.
Hey, I know. I'm not either. It would have been a whole lot nicer if we could have won Friday night. Coming back like we did in the 9th and then just scrap it in the 10th. Jeez. Or at the bottom of the 9th, I'm sorry.
Yeah, that's where baseball like Indiana Jones and Temple of Doom Mola Ram, it just shoves its hand into your chest cavity and rips out your heart long enough for you to watch it stop beating.
Well, and the bad part is, Muncie kills the Rangers. I don't know what it is. Baylor guy, and Muncie's a great guy, by the way. But, he just kills the Rangers. Him and Shea Langoliers absolutely destroy the Rangers anytime that they play the Dodgers or the A's, respectively. I would have never let him hit. I don't understand why they even let him swing.
Well,
he hit two already that night.
Skip Schumacher isn't exactly a rookie manager, but hey, he's in his first year managing the Rangers, so give him a little bit of leeway. Maybe the analytics told him to pitch to Muncie. I don't know.
Speaking of,
he's hit 2 bombs. He can't hit a third one.
Oh, Rich, I was on a pirate website. I know. I'm not supposed to talk pirates tonight, but someone wrote something. And I wrote analytics killed baseball, and I don't know if it was really him or not, but it said Connor Griffin liked my quote, and I was like, I wonder if it's really him or not, because he's not part of the group, and it said new to Facebook. So I don't know if that was him or not. Probably not, but still cool to see his name pop up.
Yeah. No, that's cool.
Oh, Jay, you're at the ballpark.
You never know who you're going to actually get tied in with on some of this stuff. It's kind of wild.
It's kind of funny how you got a clock at shortstop, kind of like your shortstop nowadays.
God dang it, that again. Hold on a
second. Now playing shortstop. Time.
So that's my LA Dodger wall clock, and it has a fiberglass casing, which, as you can tell, is pretty reflective in the light, and obviously it sticks out in my screenshot here. So, yeah, LA Dodger clock, manning second base. What can I say? Just like Davey Lopes did for all those years.
Yeah, but it was a short, like saying this is Mookie Betts. countdown to retirement.
Yeah, right.
All the time.
Yeah.
Well, we're waiting for Jeremy, so that's what I was trying to do.
All right.
Because believe it or not, this guy right here was part of everyone in this podcasting room.
Old scrap iron. Phil Garner.
Yep. Yeah, I never got to see. I never got to see him play, and if I did see him play, I really don't remember.
I don't remember seeing him play, but I met him once when he was managing Milwaukee. They came and played LA, and I was down on the field like 2 hours before the gates opened for batting practice, and he was walking down the third base line, and it's like, here's the wall, here are the seats. Garner was on the other side, and he stopped and he said, "Hey man, how you doing?" I didn't even acknowledge him. I didn't even say hi to him. He just stopped and said, "Hey man, how you doing?" I'm like, "Pretty cool," and shook his hand, and he was really. I got his autograph. I still have it around here somewhere. But he was really gracious, and I think this was in his third year when he managed Milwaukee. But he was a good one. He'll be sorely missed.
What up, though?
He knew the game.
Yes, he did.
What's up, Jeremy?
How's it going?
Just trying to get this.
Yeah, he really. Oh, sorry. Didn't mean to
Another one on the list.
Sorry.
Another one on the list that he managed is Tigers. Too.
Yeah,
Yep.
that's what I mean. That's what I just said. They waiting for Jeremy because we all have.
Yeah. So
Who's
you
that?
kicked I love how you kicked everybody else out. It's only us in here because that's all that matters. Because it's Phil Gardner. We're paying
look at that. A Paul Skeens. He's got a Paul Skeens doll.
No, it's Phil Garner.
It's Phil
It's
Gardner.
Phil Gardner. Okay.
That's Scrap Iron.
Got it. So
Look,
who are
now
we talking about that managed the Tigers?
Sorry, we're paying. Sorry,
Yeah.
it's just for teams only that Phil Gardner managed or played for this episode.
Well, he passed away on. He passed. I didn't even realize it, Jeremy. Did we talk about this?
I didn't
on
know
Saturday?
either. Like
No.
I was heartbroken.
No, because I didn't see it.
I was going to say I
It didn't get
like,
released
Jeremy's
until
usually-
really late. It's Saturday night. It didn't get released till really late Saturday night.
Good evening, MDE and Spunky Spectrum Sports. How you doing there, Mr. Schmitz?
Michael, Dylan, how we doing? Look at this. I'm just
I
going to
believe
leave.
I've got Michael in our fantasy league tonight
Yeah.
for this week.
He whooped my ass.
Was it
I
bad?
beat Paul this past week.
But I do have to say, it was great to have Kevin McGonigal hit his first home run.
Tonight.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I lost a family member or two from pancreatic cancer. That's what killed him. He suffered with that, and he was 76, I think.
Oh, wow.
He passed away. Pancreatic cancer.
Yep.
Sucks. So
Jason,
I have to go purple for
Can
him.
Shohei win the Cy Young and the batting title? Or is Andy Page is going to win that batting title at 442 right now?
No, Pajas won't win the batting title, unfortunately. I think he's off to a really great start and on his way to a really great year, but he won't win the batting title. To answer your first question, can Shohei win both the Cy Young and the batting title? The answer is yes. He's talented enough to do both, but I don't think he will, because I do think that at some point down the road here, the Dodgers organization is going to put more of an innings cap on his appearances on the mound. As far as offensively, obviously, there's no restrictions, no limits to what he can do. But I think just because he's recovering still from that second Tommy John surgery, Dave Roberts, Andrew Friedman, and Brandon Gomes are going to play it pretty close to the vest. And I would imagine they'll limit his innings and his workload a lot more the deeper into the season they get, especially when they start getting Blake Snell back. And when they get Gavin Stone back, they're going to have a lot more rotation depth. So that'll mean that'll be less reliance on Shohei to pick up the slack every 5 days.
Are they going to have to keep this up too at 6 runs per game? Leading the league right now.
Well, okay, so that's a good question. The answer to that is I don't think they will, Adam, because the one thing that has them a little bit different than last season is that they're much better defensively than what they were last season, especially in the outfield. Moving Teoscar Hernandez back to left field has been a godsend. It has paid dividends. And Kyle Tucker and right, say what you will about his slow offensive start. Yeah, it's not going real well. But defensively, Tucker has been legit. He has played right field to a T. And with Tucker and right, and Teoscar in left, and Pajes in center. That's the best defensive outfield we've had in about the last 4 or 5 seasons. So, and also, it's unrealistic to expect the Dodgers to continue this run per game pace because eventually, at some point, they will hit a wall. A lot of these guys will go into slumps simultaneously. And when that happens, they are going to need the pitching. They are going to need the defense to keep them in the games, as well as the bullpen. So, yeah, it'll be interesting to see how everything transpires throughout the course of the rest of the season here.
Jeremy,
can I kind of pattern off of that, Adam, real quick?
Yeah, go ahead.
When you look at Miguel Rojas at short, Jason,
yeah,
is it one of those where it's like two sides of the same coin? He's better defensively, but he's not as good offensively as Mookie?
Yeah, without a doubt. Defensively, with Rojas, you're not going to go wrong. Even at age 35, 36, however old he is, the guy is still picking the ball like he's 23, 24. And it's not Gold Glove caliber defense, Big Rich, but it is outstanding defense, which is all we need at that position. And yeah, offensively, we all know Mookie is much better than Rojas offensively. But you know what? Rojas gets paid to make the plays at short and to come up with an occasional big hit here or two, like he did at the World Series last season and throughout most of the postseason. So, with that being said, all we need Rojas to do is continue what he's doing right now, which is playing outstanding defense, doing what he knows his role, Rich. He knows what he's supposed to do. He has no problem with it. And if they bring him off the bench to come up with a big pinch hit in the bottom of the ninth, so be it. So, as long as he keeps doing what he's doing, I'm happy with it, and so are the rest of the Dodgers fans.
All right, Rich, was that it? Was that your question?
Yeah, no, I just wanted to piggyback off of it since we were talking about that.
Okay. Jeremy, you mentioned his first home run. Is he your full future?
Yes.
Or is it just like that team in Pittsburgh that has a one day future guy and then a weekday future guy as Skeens? And
no,
I feel Connor Griffin, but that's just me.
Now, with what has happened with Cole Keith, when he came up and showed promise, and they made him a full-time player, before that season was over, they gave him a $26 million a year contract. So I have the feeling Kevin McGonigal is going to get something similar to that further down the road this season, before even next season comes up, because we have 3 years of control on him right now. As it sits, I don't think they're going to let it get to where we lose that control. I think they're going to go ahead and extend him and have him for the next 7 years.
Okay. You think
Hello, Mason?
You think 7's going to be the max?
I think 7 is where that'll end up, because they have the 3 years of team control right now with the rookie contract. When you add in a 4-year and maybe put the player option on year 4, so it'd be a minimum of 6 years here, and then he gets to decide if he wants to stay in the 7th year.
Okay.
And then rework if he's still doing everything he's been doing. Because right now he looks like the 5-tool player everybody thought he was. He's got a couple stolen bases. He's been hitting. He has the most extra base hits on the team prior to this, and now he added a home run into it.
Okay. Marcus, your pitching was in Houston. What's going to happen there?
Oh my God! Where do I even want to start from here? I'm losing track now.
Thank you for Frambe, but he hasn't done shit yet.
Well,
other than get strikeouts.
Oh, he's
I
got
know.
a shoulder strain.
Since what? Since March, we've probably had 9 different pitchers injured. We've had about 7 pitchers either been recalled or optioned to AAA. And now we even get other players. Like, we had 2 injuries today. Tetsuya Imai had an arm fatigue. Jeremy Pena got a grade 1 hamstring, both within 10 to 15 days on IL. So that's just 2 injuries with guys like a Shea Whitcomb, a Colton Gordon, J.B. Prance, and Jay Murray all getting recalled to Sugarland, or Jay Murray was optioned to go to Sugarland. But that's not the case. I mean, you also got Christian Javier placed on a 15-day IL. Jake Myers.
They did go to IL today?
Yeah, Christian. Back on April 10th, they declared it.
They backtracked it.
Hunter Brown still out. He's on 15-day. Christian Rowe is he was recalled. We also got Isaac Paredes is out. Jake Myers is out. Ronel Blanco is out for 60 days. Like this is why we're in last place. All these injuries, nobody can step up. And 8-game losing streak, I wouldn't be surprised if they go back and lose again, because they got Colorado again for 2 or 3 games. They don't have another off day, I think, until the 23rd. So they got to play 10 straight days of baseball, and it's not going to be pretty. I wouldn't be surprised if they get swept again by Colorado in the next 3 days.
Okay.
Yeah.
I feel the faith in you there, Marcus.
And Brandon Walter had a torn ulnar collateral ligament in his left elbow. He's out for 60 days. But he ain't going to be back till next year. Like that's a season-ending injury right there.
McGonagall's grandma was a teacher at Hogwarts. I hope she could do some magic and help teach Scooble in Motown. McGonagall looks legit, so comfortable at the plate. You know what's funny is if you look at the expanded stack for the Detroit Tigers this year, it's kind of amazing on what McGonagall has done hitting-wise. When you go to the expanded and you look at the batting average on balls in play, he's hitting a whopping 280. He has 20 total bases. His RBIs speak for itself. He already has 9. Or is that more? Wait, excuse me. He has 8. Excuse me. That's Carpenter that has 9 because he has 3 home runs. He's not leading in RBIs, but he is leading in extra base hits.
He's off to a good rookie start.
Excuse me.
Yeah, right now I think he's one of the leaders in the AL for Rookie of the Year.
Rich, is Langford heading to the DL?
From what I hear, they're supposed to get the MRI done today. Haven't heard results or anything yet. Hasn't happened yet. Hopefully not, but I'm sure they're going to try and take it easy with him as best they can, mainly because he is realistically their best hitter, and also a key to that outfield. Ezekiel Duran can fill in out there for the time being. He doesn't need to be in the 2-hole, but he can fill in out in left field. But they haven't gotten confirmation yet on it. I wouldn't be surprised if they put him on there just to give him a chance to be more safe than sorry, kind of a deal, so that it doesn't happen again. The crazy part is he tweaked it running out a home run. He tweaked it when he rounded first on the home run he hit the other day.
That's crazy. Jason. Edwin Diaz. What's his status?
Well, so far TBD, to be determined. Right now, it's basically a game of he said. Diaz insists there's nothing wrong with him physically, even though his velocity dropped considerably during the Rangers series. The Dodgers organization insists that there's nothing wrong with him, which I say is complete BS, because I know how this team handles its injuries. And the Dodgers also have not said that despite the day off yesterday and the day before in that Rangers series, if Diaz will even pitch in this Mets series that starts tonight, which starts tonight, tomorrow, and Wednesday. For me, as a Dodgers fan, knowing how this team treats its injuries, just reading between the lines, that tells me that there's more going on here than what meets the eye. I would not be surprised if at some point they put Diaz on the IL just for shits and kicks, get him his scans, find out what's wrong. But if that they haven't even said, we don't even know if he's going to pitch in this Mets series, leads me to believe that something else is going on. They just haven't disclosed it yet, either because they don't know it or they're waiting for test results or whatever. But this was part of my cautious optimism. And Adam, if you recall, I got on this show back in, I think it was December, when the Dodgers had just signed him, and I think you asked me if I was excited about it, and I said I'm cautiously optimistic because the guy's got to stay healthy. All it takes is one injury. One injury to completely crap on the excitement and the optimism. And it looks like this could potentially happen. So I'm trying to think positive thoughts here with Diaz, but that he hasn't said anything and that the team hasn't said anything by now, again, leads me to believe that something else is going on here. And I wouldn't be surprised if he lands on the IL by the end of the week.
Okay. Jeremy, is it too early to worry about your core players and Spencer and Riley? What's that?
Yeah, it's too early. Riley already hit his first home run of the year. Spencer's actually hitting the ball hard. He just hasn't hit a home run yet. So it's just a matter of time. These guys will get back into it. He leveled out his swing. He's hitting the ball hard. It just hasn't carried yet. And I think it's because he's reaching for those outside pitches he normally doesn't reach for just to make contact, which is leading to more line drives and singles and doubles versus hitting home runs. Riley Green, he finally got a hold of a good one, nice one inside the other day and hit a nice 3-run bomb. So I think he's going to be fine. He hit 30.
I saw it on my fantasy team. I liked it.
Yeah, just like I saw it yesterday when McGonigal hit his.
All right. So you think it's just a matter of time? I mean, for my Guardians' sake, I hope not.
Oh yeah, I do think it's just a matter of time. They're playing with the lineup, but Spencer Torkelson does better as a position player than he does as a DH. When he was just DHing, he wasn't hitting good last year, and he was struggling with a little bit. So when they finally moved Cole Keith to DH at the time, because we did have a third baseman, and we had Gleyber Torres at second, Spencer Torkelson started hitting better, and Cole Keith was hitting better there. At the DH spot, it fixed his problems.
I guess this could be for everyone. Do you guys feel that being only on the DH takes you out of the game than keeping you fully focused?
I think it does. I think that they need to platoon the DH in with some of the lesser hitters as much. Not always depend on just your power guys to be your DH. Sometimes you need a contact hitter or a guy with speed. That way you set up the next guy.
I guess
I think it depends on if the DH is a defensive liability. See the Pirates. Marcell Ozuna would be an absolute defensive liability. But when you get 100%. A team like, let's say, and the Dodgers are the same way. I mean, let's be honest, Jason. Shohei in the outfield or at first base would be an absolute train wreck. But some of these teams that when the Rangers put out, when the Rangers are putting out Danny Jansen as their DH or Kyle Higashioka as their DH or somebody like that, I'm sure Jeremy's theory falls into play. You wouldn't want to be doing that all the time, which I think is where it's a good platoon system. But if your DH is a defensive liability and has no chance of being out there, then I don't think it affects them at all because their mentality is hitting anyway. They're not thinking about fielding.
Jay, did you want to speak?
Yeah, both Rich and Jeremy hit the nail on the head when it comes to the implementation and the usage of the designated hitter. I mean, traditionally and historically, we often think of the designated hitter being someone who just swings a big stick. And Rich, it's funny you talk about guys being a defensive liability as DHs. Jeremy, I seem to remember a guy that used to play for your Detroit Tigers a long time ago. His name was Rob Deere. I mean, Deere. I mean, this guy swung the bat like Helen Keller at a piñata party. But when he got a hold of one, he got a hold of one. And defensively, Rob Deere
Sawinski.
Yeah, Jack Sawinski. Yeah, he wasn't no Jack Sawinski in the outfield. So the Rob Deere, best example right there of all the different variations you get of designated hitters. So both of you guys did a great job at illustrating how the DH has evolved ever since Ron Blomberg became the first guy to inherit the spot in the lineup at DH.
Michael, we talk Pirates on Wednesday, buddy, so we try to keep them off of the show right now.
Well, that's okay. And as far as old DHs, I remember one that was a liability at first and catcher, Johnny Walkenfuss in the '84 Tigers.
You do it and you clean it up.
Right. He was fine
You
as
do
long
that
as
and
you
clean
used
it
him
up,
like
man.
that. He'd get you 150 strikeouts, but he got us 30 home runs.
Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, the
But you're
Pirates
good,
are
Michael.
looking Pirates are looking really good. Congratulations. We said they would be. All of us here outside of you guys, you were like, yeah, I hope we are. And I was like, no, I think you guys are going to be really good. You were on board with it, Rich, but Adam was skeptical.
Hey, I said the Pirates would
The
be
guys that I
I
had,
said 78
the
to
guys that I
85
had
wins.
full faith, the guys I had full faith in coming through are showing what I was talking about. You can ask Adam, I've been on the Ryan O'Hearn train for 2 years now, that they should have gotten him last year at the trade
I have
deadline, and
not.
now you're seeing why. Brandon Lau has been fantastic since they brought him in.
Yeah.
That
And
was a sneaky
O'Neal
pickup.
Cruz,
That was a sneaky
you
pickup,
know,
Brandon Lowe.
it was, but whenever they got him, and Jake Mangum is a really solid fourth outfielder. I think we're going to see that as the season goes. Jake Mangum is going to be a really valuable part to this team. He really is.
What I'm surprised by, we found out that Parker Meadows had to go to the DL.
Well, that was one of my questions. So,
and instead of bringing up Max Clark, the guy that's tearing the cover at the ball off the ball at AAA, they brought up Winsel Perez. But Winsel Perez was solid in spots, but he's very inconsistent. But a very consistent glove. And I think that's what they brought him up for, is because without Parker Meadows, you don't have that speedy guy out there in center field, and Winsel Perez is that.
Well, that was one of my questions. But Mark, what about your thoughts on the DH? And then you can break down your next question here too. Bullpen what's going on in the bullpen right now? Can Abreu get this under control after walking bases loaded, then giving up the
Look,
what's going on down there?
Look, I can just say as their bullpen is facing some significant challenges due to injuries or hell, even performance issues. Take Brian Abreu, for example. His decline in fastball velocity is atrocious, and it has raised concerns about his reliability. He's a closer for a reason. He's not a starter. I don't know what the hell's his problem. He was a whole different person than he was a year ago. Injuries to key relievers and starters is another thing, because look at what happened earlier today with Pinier and Tetsuya. That now strangled the bullpen's effectiveness. That they cannot coexist and cooperate. And don't get me started on Cody Bolton. I don't know what the fuck happened yesterday. He pitched 1 inning. He had 1 hit, 2 runs, 2 errors, 4 walks, and 1 strikeout on 42 pitches. His ERA was 5.40. Why did they pull him out so damn early? And the lack of left-handed relievers, we don't have many. Stephen Okert is another one that can't throw worth of shit. And the goddamn walk rates and low run scoring needs improvement in pitching efficiency. Thank you very much.
So I'm just curious why the American League is abysmal batting this year. And it's, you got your couple of power hitters, but across the whole American League, the batting has been abysmal. We got guys with zeros after 17 games right now. That's not acceptable.
You want to know how many home runs Altuve has had so far this season? It's horrific. 2.
1, 2. Oh, that's actually good.
He should have had like 10.
A lot of them.
He should have had 10. But Jordan has more home runs than Altuve. Jordan has 6 this season.
He got 6. I saw that.
14 RBIs. His OBP is 487. His batting average is 321. He's nearly across the board in everything. The only thing Altuve is leading at this season is hits with 19. That's the only number he has that he's on top of the batting average, on the batting leaders.
Rich is Nathan. Or hi, Dylan. How are you tonight, sir?
His name's Paul.
You man?
Oh, it's Paul. We got Paul tonight, not Dylan. This is like his stunt double.
Okay.
Anyway,
Adam, it's only because a certain pitcher stole the time, and it's probably going to get the win unless the Pirates give up an 11-run inning. They got 10 in the inning.
Is Washington coming back? It was 15-5 last I looked.
It's 16-5 now.
Oh, all right.
Washington's got a guy out there throwing slow pitch softball.
Position
He
player?
just yeah.
Oh, he's talking about Crochet.
He literally just doinked one right off of Nick Gonzalez's helmet, off the top of the helmet.
Oh, it's
literally coming in with
it's
slow
the
pitch softball.
outfielder. It's the outfielder, Jeremy. Is it
Yeah, Weimer. Mhm.
Joey Weimer. Thank you.
Yep. So, anyways, you were saying, Adam?
Yeah, what's going on with Nathan Eovaldi?
Eric
Is
Crochet,
he going to get back on track?
Good pitchers
or-
have a bad day.
Yeah.
I hope so. I need him tomorrow.
Evaldi's going to.
Oh,
Yeah,
you got
Evaldi's
him on
going to
your
be
fantasy
fine.
team? Gotcha. I didn't know. Anyway.
Evaldi's pitching tonight, in fact. He looked good on his last start. I think he just had a couple of rough outings to start the season. But like I say, he's starting tonight against Oakland, and I really think that it was just a case of he had a couple of bad outings. He will do that occasionally, and then he'll come out and have 5, 6, 7 outings where he throws 7 innings and gives up 1 or 2 runs an outing. That's just the way Evaldi pitches. He is the epitome of what I call a baseball card guy. Look at the back of his baseball card, see what his career averages are, and he's going to end up that way at the end of the season. He may take the creative route to get there, but that's how he's going to end up. He's 1-2 right now.
Because
I think
he's a
after
pitch to
tonight,
contact guy.
he is, and if he gets that sinker up, he's cooked. And that's really what he did the first game,
Right.
especially on opening day. He really caught it up. And if that sinker stays up, he's done. But, I really think that you're going to see some good games out of Evaldi here the next couple of weeks, especially with the schedule that's coming up. They're playing teams that are conducive to his style of pitching, too.
Isn't the Sacramento bandbox, isn't that a double-A stadium?
You talking about
Jay,
where
It's
do
either
you
double or
playing
triple,
right now?
but
Jay, do you know? That double-A or triple-A stadium, the Sacramento A's.
What about it?
Is it a double-A or triple-A stadium?
No, it's a AAA ballpark. It's home to the Sacramento River Cats, and they are the AAA affiliate of the, I want to say the Giants, if I'm not too much mistaken.
How do they maneuver games through there with 2 teams playing there?
Honestly, I don't know.
you're correct, Jason.
Okay, so for a long time the River Cats were the A's AAA affiliate, but then, which is weird because the minor league baseball team in my hometown, the Fresno Grizzlies, used to be the AAA affiliate of the Giants, and then when the Giants dropped their affiliation with Fresno, the A's they went up to Sacramento and took the affiliation up there, while the Grizzlies were kind of left, toiling and in affiliation obscurity. But I've been up there to Rayleigh. It used to be called Rayleigh Field. I don't know what it's called now, but it's actually for a minor league ballpark, it's a wonderful place to see a AAA game. But for major league teams, it sucks. That's all I can say about that.
Gotcha. How's the recovery time for Betts and Snell?
So great questions. I'm glad you asked. So I was reading today on some well-versed Dodger blogs that Mookie Betts is progressing. He's been taking some ground balls at short. He's been doing some light work in the infield, some running the base paths here and there. So he's progressing, and it sounds like their timeline for his return is right on track, somewhere around late May, early June, which I kind of figured with an oblique injury being what it is. I'm just glad it wasn't more serious than what I thought it was initially. As for Blake Snell, he's progressed to pitching to more hitters. He's still in Arizona, but they're amping up his progress, and they're hoping that he could potentially return on or around the end of May, early June as well. So it sounds like he and Mookie might come back around the same time.
Okay. Good.
Yeah. Go ahead, Dylan.
Hey guys, I've got some trivia for you fellas.
Okay.
Oh, Jesus.
Do you want the easy one, the medium, or the hard stuff?
As long as it's baseball.
It's all baseball.
Well, give us the hard shit. You know, we got a lot of good guys on here tonight.
All right, I got one for you.
Just one.
You just call them the Rich answers because Rich is going to get them all right either way.
I
Don't
got
say
one.
hard. Just say Rich approved.
I never said a word.
No, but you'll know the answer. You'll know the answer.
Can we hear the question before we all give up?
Yeah,
I've
You
given
know-
up already.
with the Mets and Dodgers playing at Dodger Stadium, I thought of a question to try and stump you guys. Who was famously ejected from a playoff game for having pine tar on his, for having a foreign substance, whether it be pine tar, on his glove? I'm sure Jason knows this, but do the rest of you guys know this?
I know it was a pitcher. God, what was his name?
Yeah.
It wasn't that long ago either. It's like in the last 10
No.
years.
It's happened a couple of times, actually.
But more recently in the last 10 years.
Oh,
Was it?
maybe so, but the one I remember because it was there was actually a baseball card of it. Jay Howell for the Dodgers. He was a
Ding, ding,
reliever
ding.
for the Dodgers.
Yeah, in Game 3.
But you're right, Jeremy. There was one
Zach-
like 10
Zach
or 12
Greinke.
years ago.
Zach Greinke, back in his early part of his
That's-
career.
Is that with the Dodgers or the Royals?
That was after
He was
the
in Royals,
Royals. It was after. It was his first contract after the Royals. God, where was?
Houston?
Yeah, Houston.
Okay.
Because it was that spider tack tar that they were using that year that they found on the back of his glove, because it wasn't as
Mhm.
dark as regular pine tar.
Gotcha.
Okay.
Yeah, the only reason I remembered Howell was because, like I said, they did a baseball card on it.
Right.
All right. Next question. Which closer racked up 62 saves in a season?
Jose Mesa.
No.
Well, I'm going to say Mariano Rivera.
Really good guess, but no.
God,
I'm letting you guys go because I know this one. Go ahead.
what team?
That would be too obvious. I'll give you a hint. He was famous for helping this team win a World Series this millennium.
Francisco Rodriguez.
Ding!
Oh,
K-Rod.
with Anaheim, right?
For the Angels in 2002.
Yeah, K-Rod.
All right, Jeremy, is it too early to start thinking about trades for pitchers?
For some of the big names, yes. For some of the lesser names, no. If you got lesser names that are not, do Tigers baseball get right track? You know what it is, and I talked about this a couple weeks ago when we were starting to flounder and we were losing series. Ever since April, when the temperature is below 50 degrees, the Tigers' bats just disappear. And everybody used to say, oh, it's because we had so many Dominican Republicans or Hispanics on there. And I was like, no, it's everybody. And look, as soon as it hit above 50 degrees as an average over the last 3 days, what did they do? They tore the cover off the ball. So, yes, that's exactly what it is. It has to do with the temperature. So if we get another wintry mix while we're at home, you watch. The bats will fail again. We start when you dip below 40 degrees. I don't know what it is about our bats. And I don't care where it is, whether we're home or away. When the temperature's low, our bats go away.
So that's why you were fighting for an earlier playoff thing.
Yes, that's why I said I'd rather have it be 20 games less. Start it 2 weeks later, end it 2 weeks earlier, and everything's done by the end of October. It makes sense.
Marcus,
That or bring
Which
back
is why
double
it'll never
headers.
happen.
Or bring back double headers. There used to be 20 double headers per team per year.
Mm-hmm.
That would shorten it by a month right there.
Jay, did she want to make a cameo? You're on mute. You're on mute.
Yeah, sorry about that. No, she does not want to make a cameo. She's actually getting ready to go out and do some things with her mom. So sorry, not this time.
What was that? Marcus, your infield woes. The All-Stars, are they struggling? Are they struggling because one guy has to sit out per game, or what's going on over there? Well, I know
Struggling
Pena
ain't
just
even-
possibly went back, so that might be a big help.
Struggling ain't even the word. I don't know who's worse. Them or LSU right
Oh, she's making a cameo right now.
Oh, you gave me mom's quesadilla. What the hell? That's all right.
I want some quesadillas.
Everybody, this is my daughter Annabelle. Annabelle, Adam,
Hello, Annabelle.
Marcus, Big
Hi.
Rich, Jeremy.
This is
and
not her
Don.
first time on the show, like and from the background. You can't be giving
Oh,
him
it's-
wrong food there, Missy.
Hey.
Okay.
Practice
Bye,
in
sweetie.
Korea.
All right.
I ain't got no crystal ball.
Can you rephrase that question for me again?
Between Correa and Pena and Paredes and your
Tuve.
other shortstop that's out there, are they having trouble? Are they starting to fight yet because one guy's getting more playing time than the other, or is that battle started yet, or are they making too much money? They don't give a shit.
I guess they're making too much money. They don't give a shit, despite how tight that brotherhood is. Because I'm shocked they ain't thrown hands yet. But I'm worried about. I'm not worried about. At least the outfield, we're fine. As long as Jordan, Cam Smith, and Loperfido are fine, we're good there. But no, it's that infield. Still got Tuve. We still got Correa. We Bryce Matthews gonna have to step up. Nick Allen might have to step up. Christian Walker's gonna have to step up. Starting rotation, yeah. Mike Burrows, he needs to get his head out of his ass because now he's gonna have to be our leading guy. Same with Lance McCullers Jr. Because unless like Stephen Oker, Christian Roya, Ryan Weiss all step up, AJ Blueball got to step up. Ain't gonna be shit. Spitz Argetti ain't shit. Colt Gordon ain't shit. JP France ain't shit. This team is sewage water right now. Then again, LSU is right behind them too, who got swept by Ole Miss. And the highlight of the weekend was an Ole Miss student getting knocked the hell out by a 50-something-year-old LSU fan getting ejected because he poured beer on his face when the cop was escorting him out the ballpark.
Oh.
That was the highlight of the whole fucking weekend. That Ole Miss
Wow.
student got what he deserved. It's on my Facebook too. Like I'd have to show Adam in the comments.
Jay, are you guys gonna add another outfielder or too early?
Too early. Yeah, still too early to tell. And we have a plethora of outfielders down at AAA that are really close to being major league ready. One of them is, well, Zaire Hope is at AA, but Jose DePaula, obviously, right now. And James Tibbs III is still raking at Oklahoma City. So given that, yeah, still too early to tell.
All right.
Yeah, and also I'm keeping in mind too, Adam, that at some point I do think Kyle Tucker's bat will get hot. My greatest fear is that Rob Van Scoyoc mess with that swing of his. And to me, Rob Van Scoyoc, I know the numbers say otherwise, but to me, Rob Van Scoyoc is not a good hitting coach. And I'm just afraid that his freaking algebraic equations and his abacus broke down Kyle Tucker's swing and messed him up. So, but I do think even though Tucker's numbers offensively have dipped the last two seasons, I still think eventually he's going to come around. But yeah, with the depth that we have, especially down at AAA and the minors, yeah, still too early to think about adding an outfielder.
Jeremy.
So I just wanted to say, because locally we have the Great Lakes Loons here, which is the single high A affiliate for the Dodgers. There's a guy you should look at on their team named Charles Davalin. He was a draft pick from last year, overall pick 41. He's batting 276 with an OPS of 986. His career so far is a 1.139 OPS. He has 2 home runs already this season in 29 at bats. And he also is a 5-tool player, able to play the left field position very well. So if you end up needing somebody to come up to be one of your quarter infielder rotational guys, he's someone that could be called up from the single high A level.
He could. Yeah, you're right. I kept an eye on Davalon. He's a good young talent in the making. I'm only hoping the Dodgers don't trade any of these guys anytime soon, especially with Tibbs hitting the ball the way he is down at OKC.
That's what we
Right.
just got in the
And
comments
then-
from Michael. In case you guys didn't see that, Mr. Tibbs.
Yep. And also we have for the Tigers single high A affiliate in the same exact league as the Great Lake Loons, we have the Whitecaps over there on the west side of the state in Grand Rapids. So I try to pay attention to all of that because our farm system is actually pretty good. I think we got 10 players in the top 100 this year for the prospects list.
Nice. Jeremy, has the pinch hit magic wore off?
I think it's too early to say that because right now they're still trying to figure out what the pinch hit magic is. They're trying different things when somebody's struggling at the plate. I think personally, I'd rather leave my starter in the whole game, one that's consistent and has a bad game, let them work it out. But you get these guys that go into slumps. Like right now, I'm willing to send Javi Baez to AAA and bring up Max Clark for him.
Yeah, I'd be willing to send Javi Baez down to AAA just to laugh. I'm not since he's been a Cub, I've never been a fan of him. He's just one of those guys.
Well, last year he didn't even lead our team in strikeouts. Did you know that?
I'm kind of disappointed now.
Do you know who led the team in strikeouts? He's on your fantasy. He's on your fantasy.
I was going to
roster.
say Riley
Green with
I was going to
200
say Riley Green.
strikeouts.
I do
led the
remember
league.
seeing something about that, and I was like, I don't want to jinx my own guy, but I think it might have been.
Yeah, it was. It was Riley Green, 206 strikeouts last year. The year before it was Javi Baez with 213. He dropped that to 160 last year.
Rich,
this
glad
year
you
he's
got your
on.
computer rebooted. Go ahead, Jeremy. I'm sorry. I thought you were
This
done.
year he's on a tear for it. He's already at 20 strikeouts and 40 at bats. Guy swings at everything but anything over the plate.
Rich,
Yes.
I know you guys are in first place, but is the retooled bullpen coming along, or what's going on with that?
Man, I don't freaking know. I mean, I'm starting to really like Jakob Eunice in the closer spot, at least for the moment. He's been consistent, at least. His fastball's getting up there. It's got movement. He's throwing 2 or 3 different pitches. The luxury with that is he can go a couple innings. You guys were talking about people to send down. I would send Robert Garcia down today. I mean, he's throwing basketballs up there. It's not even a matter of throwing strikes. He's throwing basketballs up there, and everybody's teeing off on him. The bullpen still needs a lot of work. Chris Martin is hit and miss at best. Although when you have something happen like what just happened a second ago with Jake Berger hitting a 3-run bomb, that doesn't hurt much. But it's just one of those deals that they've got to. They don't have anybody to put in those spots. Jeremy was talking about the lower tier pitchers making trades and that kind of stuff. The Rangers probably do need to try and make a trade or two to get some middle relief in there. They don't need to trade for starters. They don't need front line guys. But if they could get 2 or 3 decent, that's why I was mad they didn't re-sign Phil Maton. Because I always liked Maton when he was in Houston. I realize he's hurt now, but I was glad when they brought him in last year. There's guys that are just designed to be middle relief guys. When they let Hobie Miller go to the Cubs, Again, that was another one. Yeah, something like that. But it's just the bullpen has got a lot of work to do. Yeah, they're in first place, and a lot of it is because of the offense. And then of course they lose games like they lost the other night to Jason's Dodgers, that they come back in the top of the ninth to tie the game at 8, and then what happens? Wah wah! They pitch to Max Muncy, and he hits one that still hasn't landed yet, and his third bomb of the night, and you're pitching to him. A, that's on the manager, but B, don't throw him a pitch he can hit.
That funky Muncy, baby.
The intentional walk still lives.
Someone just dropped him in the fantasy league too.
Muncy?
I'm pretty sure I saw his name floating up around the free agency.
Yeah, but which Max Muncy? Because there's two. There's Max Muncy, who's a shortstop for Oakland, and there's Max Muncy that's a third baseman for the Dodgers. I know that's weird, but yeah, that's the thing with the Rangers bullpen, Adam. They still have a work in progress.
All right, so we're going to go an hour, and I'm out of questions. Dylan, you got any trivia? Got any fun trivia for about 8 minutes?
All right. I've got one for you guys. This isn't a trivia, but in your lifetime, and we know you guys' lifetimes are probably we know your lifetime's probably different than mine. Who is the best player you have ever seen? Name me the best player who you've seen at each position.
Well, we don't have 9 minutes for that. We're going to be here all night.
Quickly.
I mean, me and Jerry, we've all probably
pitcher,
seen Adam
Jack Morris,
Rodriguez, right?
or Justin Verlander for me.
That's
Pudge Rodriguez
right there, buddy.
At catcher for me. Miguel Cabrera, when he was at third with the Marlins and when he was at first for Detroit, yes, there was a few lean years, but he was one of the best to ever play the game.
You said lean years.
Outfield, Kirk Gibson. For my team, he has to be up there. Kirby Puckett. I loved Kirby Puckett, even though he was never a Tiger. The guy was Mr. Consistency. Center field,
Never got to see
a
him
guy
play
that
that.
I hated to let go because he fell apart due to injury. One of the best I ever saw watching it, and it was just a joy to watch him play while he was a Tiger, was Curtis Granderson. Shortstop, Alan Trammell. Second base, Lou Whitaker for me. I mean, that's still the major league record holder for double plays. I don't think it'll ever be broken, because I don't think two players will ever play that long together again at those positions.
And by the way, I think you would agree it's a crying shame it took forever until Alan Trammell got in the Hall of Fame, but he's in.
I think what hurt him was that year that he coached us when we were so terrible. Our roster was just absolute dog shit. We couldn't win a game if you paid us to, and a lot of people paid to see them that year. But I think that hurt us. Yeah, Laurent Lafleur back in the day was good, but Granderson was just on another level when he was with us. That first time he robbed that home, I'm trying to remember. It was a Pittsburgh Pirate. Hit a shot. Sterling Marte hit a shot right up center field. He scaled the wall like Spider-Man and snagged it. It was an absolute line drive moonshot. And that was back before the walls were moved in, when that center field wall was 425 feet. And hardly anybody hit it dead center there. You know what the funny thing is? That wasn't even the deepest part of the stadium. It was where all the doubles and triples came from. That was right center, because at that point, the way it curved and went back to the sideline, it was 440 feet there. That's why nobody cleared that but Miguel Cabrera.
Holy crap, that's crazy. Omar Vizquel turned the most double plays out of any shortstop. 1,734. That's insane.
I think I have my
gold gloves.
And I think you got to, at shortstop, you can add two more in there that was excellent, other than Omar Vizquel. You could add in Ozzie Smith.
Ozzie
You
Smith,
could add in Cal Ripken
1590.
Jr. Just
Yeah,
because of
Those would be
longevity.
those would be my shortstops. Catcher, probably be Buster Posey. I mean, best trade I ever made was getting Buster Posey. Helped win me a couple fantasy baseball titles.
Buster Posey's career was a blink in the eye compared to Ivan Rodriguez.
I was going to say Ivan
Yeah.
Rodriguez is the best catcher, probably. I mean, I've seen some good catchers here in Pittsburgh, obviously. Tony Pena with
at first base,
with the stretch.
Pujols. How can you not say Albert Pujols? The robot, the machine.
He said seen play, though. Did you see him play?
Yes.
I mean, I've seen him play, too. I mean, obviously, I worked at PNC Park, so I've seen a lot of these guys all play.
I
mean,
saw
I
him
work.
play, but you know where
I
my
work.
heart's at.
I work.
Really stalled you?
I never
Yeah,
got to see
I mean,
Pops.
let there be no doubt. Pops is my first baseman. Pudge is my catcher.
Pudge is
and
definitely
let there be no doubt who my second baseman is either.
Bill Metz.
Ryan Sandberg is the greatest second baseman to put a glove
forgot
on.
you were a
I'll
Mets
take that to my grave. Better than Lou Whitaker, better than Jeff Kent, better than all them guys.
Hey,
Adrian Beltre at third.
For his comedy?
I never had the luxury to see Brooks Robinson play. I saw Mike Schmidt. Mike Schmidt was awesome.
Mike Schmidt was amazing. You know who else was amazing that I got to watch as a kid because he did come to play against the Tigers every now and then? Steve Garvey.
Wow, that guy could hit.
I was
got Ozzie as my shortstop.
I was at the game where Mike Schmidt hit his 500th home run.
Ichiro's got to be one of the outfielders just for his consistency.
Ichiro's my right fielder.
And I think
Griffey Jr. is my center fielder.
I would say Griffey is my second place as a player I love that was never on my team. Griffey Jr.
Can I cheat and have Mike Trout as my left fielder?
Sure. You can
because my left fielder is the guy that played over there with him for a little while. Very underrated. Jason probably saw him more than any of us here.
Garrett
Anderson.
Ooh.
Garrett Anderson was a fantastic ball player.
Home run derby champ.
I'm sorry, mine was Kirby Puckett. Guy has 3 Golden Gloves and how many batting awards?
Well, but Kirby's a center fielder. I would have had to move Griffey, and I can't move Griffey for Kirby. Sorry, I just couldn't do it.
My outfield for me, best I ever saw, Barry Bonds in left field, and it's not even close.
I was going to say Barry Bonds, Darryl Strawberry in right, and Griffey in center.
So for me, continuing as Bonds in left, no argument there. Center field, Ken Griffey Jr., no argument there. Right field probably would be either a tie between Strawberry was my favorite player of all time. So it was probably a tie between either Straw or Ichiro Suzuki. As far as the infield is concerned, going from right to left, first base to third base, Keith Hernandez was the greatest defensive first baseman I ever saw in my lifetime, and I saw him in the latter part of his career. Second base, probably would also have to go with Lou Whitaker on that one. Shortstop, greatest I ever saw. Ozzie Smith. I'll go with Ozzie Smith. I was going to say defensively, Cesar Izturis was the best I ever saw defensively for the Dodgers in 03. But Ozzie Smith, definitely there. Third base, it's a tie between Mike Schmidt and Matt Williams. And then catcher, Ivan Pudge Rodriguez. The greatest pitcher I ever saw in my lifetime was Greg Maddux, bar none. Maddux. And look, I love Randy Johnson. I love Randy Johnson. I love Oral Hershiser, but Greg Maddux, the last true great pitcher we had. So that's my list right there.
I think his top fastball was 94.
Well, and the ironic thing about Maddux, Adam, is that when he first came up into the league with the Cubs in their system, he threw fast.
He threw it at that elbow and got sent back down, right?
Yeah. And then he didn't become a control pitcher until after he went to the Braves. And then Leo Mazzoni worked on him a little bit and said, look, you got some filthy stuff with a slider, an off speed, and a sinker. Why don't you work on that instead of a fastball trying to get it past those guys? And he obviously did something really well because...
Who was his catcher in the 90s, Jay?
Eddie Lopez. Javi Lopez.
Those two Maddux would call his own game.
Maddux is
he
personal.
Would tap his glove. He would tap his glove for a curveball. Hit the inside of the glove for a fastball, and
Maddux
he would touch his hat for a slider. And whatever
Maddox
side he touched, it was where he was throwing the ball, and Perez had to keep
Yeah.
this all memorized because he
So
didn't call the game at all.
Maddox's personal catcher was a guy named Eddie Perez. And even
Yeah.
though Javi Lopez caught him on occasion,
Yeah.
Eddie Perez was basically Mike Scioscia to Oral Hershiser. And Perez knew his repertoire inside and out. Greg Maddox even said to Leo Mazzoni once, look, I'm not throwing on that mound unless Eddie Perez is catching me. And that's no insult to Javi Lopez.
Greatest player to die before I got a chance to watch him that I loved that I'd put in the outfield was Roberto Clemente.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
Because I was 2 when he died. He died in 72, wasn't it?
72.
Yep.
I was 1, so yeah.
I was
So
even born
72.
yet.
You know,
I
what's funny
I was still a thought somewhere else.
is I found it and I lost it, and I wish I could still find it. Because you remember when they had the big 5x7 baseball cards that year for the 72 season? I had a Roberto Clemente. I wish I could find it because that sucker's worth money.
I have a 1971 Clemente that my dad got when I was born, and still have it somewhere, but it's in a screw down case. Not worth as much, obviously, as his rookie would be or something like that. But
Right.
yeah, I bought it in 71, the year I was born. So,
But yeah, the two worthiest ones are his rookie card, because that rookie year they had the embossed signatures on them.
Mm-hmm.
If I remember right, all the rookies had embossed signatures. And then the last year, and the Clemente one, that 5x7 is by far the most valuable of all of them. Out of the 3 different sets that was sold, it was Bowman, Leaf, and Topps was all there was for baseball cards in 72, if I remember right.
In 72, just
Dude, Clemente
No, it was Bowman and
72
Topps.
was
player though.
Bowman
It
and
was
Topps, yeah.
Yeah, because Leaf came out in 74, wasn't it?
Well,
Right around there.
They came out in 74. They were only around for a year or two, and then they came back in 90.
Right. And then in
Because
81,
the first big card they had then was the Frank Thomas.
right. In 81, the introduction of Don Russ came out. Remember that? And they had all those misprints. They had all those. The Fleer wasn't as bad, but Don Russ, there was a whole bunch of flip cards and everything else. And
Riley,
I was
Chris
collecting
popping in, huh? What's up, buddy? I haven't seen you for a while.
Yeah, 81. 81 was the first year for Fleer and Donruss.
Yep.
And
and
there was a ton of mistakes on there.
Yep, and that was back when the baseball packs were 35 cents a piece. I know, because I used to buy them. I would get my allowance, my $5 a week for mowing the yard and taking out the garbage, and I'd go down and spend $2.50 on baseball packs every week. And as soon as I found out about all the misprints,
you just wanted the bubble gum.
Are you nuts? That's stale.
Me and my buddies would put sets together, and we'd be trading cards, and then we'd flip the extras. You put them against a wall, let them flip. And whenever your card lands on top of one of them, you win them all. Oh yeah, we used to do all that stuff, man.
Yep. But I would go down and I'd spend $2.50 on Don Russ, especially after the Chet Lemon card. Do you know what was special about that?
Give me 1 second. I'll be right back. Hold on.
Is he was a left-handed
Chet Lemon, 81.
He was a left-handed batter, and they pictured him as a right-handed batter.
Right-handed. Yep. I remember that now that you're saying it.
And then there was a whole bunch that was like either off-center or a misspelled name, all sorts of stupid stuff. And then the one, they had the stat. It was one of the big names in baseball at the time. They had the stats for a rookie coming out of college on the back of his card.
Yeah.
So
they had that. Then they had there was a bunch of the checklists were screwed up too, with misspellings and all that kind of good stuff.
Missing numbers, missing spellings, all sorts of stuff. But what was crazy is that Series 2 didn't come out till after the All-Star break. That was the corrections. So if you were buying them every week like that, you were able to get the whole set. When at $250, I was buying 7 packs a week. I had the
Yeah.
whole set of the misprints.
That's the.
Yeah.
You got that Frank Thomas?
Yeah.
You don't. If you had that Frank Thomas, I hope you sell it. That misprint is worth a lot of money.
You don't understand.
Well,
how
which
sad I
misprint,
was.
Frank Thomas? Which
What was that?
misprint?
What was that? The tops? What was that? The tops one when?
No, not
they-
tops. I'm talking Don Russ in 81.
Oh,
Yeah. No, the Frank Thomas is 90 tops that you want with no name on it.
Yeah.
yeah. That's the one.
That's
you
the one
definitely
that's 25, 30 grand.
want. Yeah.
Unfortunately, my heart for collecting baseball cards,
How much is
it got
that?
tore out. It got tore out while I was in the Army.
How much is that Billy Ripken 91 Flair card with the FU on the knob of the bat still worth?
With the actual F face on it, it's about 40, 50 bucks.
Oh, okay.
The one that
that's not bad.
The one that you want is there's several variations of it. There's one that has the knob where it just looks like a natural knob.
Yeah.
There's one that has the black square on it, and there's one that has whiteout that looks like it was scratched out with a whiteout pen.
Okay.
That's the one that you want. That one's worth about $400 or $500.
Well, crap. That's the one I don't have. Thanks, Big Rich. You just shit on my Monday, man.
Oh,
Sorry, man.
so
I'll bring those cards out
Sorry,
next
dude.
week. I have baseball packs unopened, and it has the gum in there.
but anyways,
You can smell the gum though through the wrapper.
yeah.
Hey,
I
guys,
remember
I'm going to
the
have
old
to jet out of here. I hate to
Yeah, I was
interrupt.
getting ready to close up
Well-
shop. We're over an hour anyway.
Oh,
but
cool.
you know,
What
sometimes,
ruined baseball card collecting for me is I had all those sets that I collected all through school from 1976 all the way through 88. And I had them all numbered, boxed, the ones that were full sets, the ones that were partial, and everything else in the big set boxes.
you had the loose leaf paper where you needed your cards.
Yes.
Yeah, I have that too.
So I leave for the Army and I come home and I'm handed $1,500. I said, "What's that?" And I said, "Well, we sold all your baseball, football cards and your comic books."
I would have killed someone.
For $1,500.
I had thousands of cards. And, at the minimum, some of those ones from 76 through 80 were the bad players were worth 10 to 25 cents.
Mm-hmm.
Awful.
Yep.
I had Ricky Henderson rookie cards.
Sure. 80 tops. Ozzie Smith in 79, Ricky
Mhm.
Henderson in 80. 81 didn't really have much in terms of big rookies.
Nope.
82, of course, was Ripken. 83, you had Boggs and Gwynn and Sandberg.
And then I had the 75 series, but the 76 card mini card set. Remember
Mhm.
those? And
I do.
on one of them was Tigers rookies.
Right.
Alan Trammell, Lou
Trammell
Whitaker,
and Lou Whitaker.
and Lance Parrish and Dave Rozema. Those were the four
That's
on
right.
it.
Yeah.
That one makes me sick.
Because that was when they still did the 4-picture,
Yeah.
one in each corner.
Yep. Instead of doing just a full picture for the rookies.
Right.
All right. Well, I got to thank everyone in the chat for tuning in tonight. Obviously, everyone chatted up, left to go. Dylan jumped in for a little bit. Jason, you wanted to bounce out, so go ahead, finish us off.
Yeah. Feel free to follow me on X/Twitter at Dodger
Right
Jason.
finger. Right finger.
Sorry, whatever. It's there on the screen. You guys can see it. For my parting shot tonight, I do want to give out 2 quick parting shots. One of them, actually 3. One of them is to former Dodger great, former Astros great, former everyone's great Davey Lopes, great MLB second baseman, passed away last weekend. One of the great overall base stealers of all time. Didn't put up prolific numbers the way Ricky Henderson and Tim Raines did, but he knew how to run bases. He knew about the fundamentals. Widely respected around the league. Rest in peace, Davey. You're going to be missed. Phil Garner, old scrap iron, another great ball player, another great teammate, another great hustler. He's going to be missed as well. Right there. Yeah, Adam's statue. And then I'm also going to toss a shout out to Jonathan Quick, great NHL goalie. Played his last game for the New York Rangers. He was the Conn Smythe Trophy Award winner, won 2 Stanley Cups with my Los Angeles Kings. and he has the most career saves of any American-born goaltender in NHL history. He's on his way to the Hockey Professional Hall of Fame. Jonathan, thank you so much, man. You did it right, and always a king. Once a king, always a king. Thank you for everything, man. Enjoy retirement. You deserved it.
Kopitar's probably well on his way, too.
Yeah, most definitely. So thank you guys again. Always a pleasure being on here. Peace out. God bless, and we'll see you next time.
All right, Jay. We'll see you. So maybe
Good to
tomorrow.
see you, Jason.
Okay, good night, guys.
All right.
I figured I'd share my
Yep.
all-time favorite position players real
There you
quick.
go.
Don't worry, they're not all Astros, I promise.
Yes, they are.
No, they're not. At least 4 of them are. But I guess just name a position and I'll say it.
Pitcher.
Go on. Ooh, not an Astro. Shockingly, a team I hate. But best pitcher I ever saw was Jacob deGrom
Okay.
for the
Okay.
fucking Rangers.
Catcher.
Go ahead, Mark. Just go in order.
First base, Jeff Bagwell, of course. Second
There's an
baseman,
Astro.
Jose Altuve, of course.
An Astro.
Well, it was
Oh.
him or Biggio, but I've seen Tuve play more than Biggio, so I had to give it to Tuve. Third baseman, former Astro Alex Bregman. Now he's a Cub. Shortstop, Jeter. Catcher, I'm tied with the catcher. I'm sorry. I put 2, Cal Riley and Jake Rogers.
Ooh.
Jake Riley, when he played for the Tigers.
I know. He
Uh,
was all right.
left field, Jordan.
Homer.
Center field, Mike Trout. And right fielder, Judge, and designated hitter. I had to put Ohtani in there somehow. He was a designated hitter when I watched him as an Angel. So I put Ohtani as the best designated hitter I've seen. So that's mine.
Nice, nice. Well, you got any shows this week, buddy?
Oh, yeah. I got On the Go to Wednesday. It's going to be a rant night. It's going to be probably the most watched episode. I will be shit talking most of the show. It's every team except the Rockets put me down this weekend, but the Rockets did do one thing this weekend that pissed me off. So they're getting ranted out too. Rich, it's WrestleMania week, so Rich and I are going to do our WrestleMania prediction show Saturday morning at 9 a.m. And I have an audio drop.
Central time. Central time. Make sure you say that.
Yeah, so you mean 10 a.m. Eastern.
Yeah, but I have an audio episode dropping this week. I did a recording. We talked WrestleMania 30. You might have heard of him. He's from Miami. He goes by the name of Sean Stanley from – he's got his own network, the Stanley Media House Network, where he covers all sports South Florida, especially all Miami area. Him and I talked WrestleMania 30 on the audio side, and that's going to drop within the next 2 days. That's all I got this week. And, of course, I'll be on open mic tomorrow night as well.
Hey, Jeremy, I've got a question.
Okay.
Kind sir. Could we maybe have a show this week talk about your Detroit Lions and why Detroit's been such a great drafting team the last few years for Brad Holmes?
Is that kind of a facetious question? Because the last 2 years, it's just been okay. The first 3 years was amazing.
Well, I mean, even 20. Well, you just didn't need as many.
Is this an upcoming show then, boys?
Perhaps.
If you want to be on Friday, we can discuss this on the Lions Fan Cave chat, where I discuss all Lions. Because on Wednesdays it's more NFL based.
No, I was thinking of having a show on like Thursday or Friday sometime.
I do Friday show. My Friday show's 9 p.m. If you want to be a part of it, I'll send you a link.
Is there a chance that you would come on my show if I do it on Thursday or sometime this week?
Well, I got
Dylan, you can still share it to your channels, and it still comes out as your show. You know that, right?
Yeah. I do it with this show. This is airing on my channel.
Yeah. See how it has Jeremy up in the corner?
Right up there.
Oh, I don't know.
I'll walk you through it. I promise.
Okay.
I'll send it to you about 8:30, and I'll walk you through how to share.
Okay. I don't even know if I'll be here Friday night.
Okay. If not, we can do it next week just before the draft.
All right.
Okay. Or maybe do you do a show yourself? Like Mondays and Tuesdays are my only real day off anymore. So I
Might
got
be able
Monday.
to do Tuesday. I have a show coming out. I have a show on Wednesday, but Tuesday, yeah, I may be able to do Tuesday.
Are you busy during the day Tuesday?
No.
You want to be on my Lion show at noon, and we can just talk about it there?
Meow.
Yeah.
If we
That sound
can,
like a plan?
if we can bring the Bear fan out of retirement too.
Yeah, well, he's going through a whole bunch of stuff with his son just graduating from basic training in the Air Force and the closing of his house. He's got a whole bunch of stuff going on. I think he finally returned to Ken and Ken in the morning, so he might actually be there tomorrow night.
Yeah, he was on there this morning. I saw Ken this morning.
I didn't.
Wait, so Ken moved out of his Pensacola house? What's going on?
No.
He
He lives
on
in
his other house.
He lives near Jacksonville. He sold the house in Pensacola.
Okay.
Yeah, Mike MDE knows what's up. He goes, "Noon, mock me, Daddy." Tee.
I know
Because I do a
his
mock
son.
at the end of every show.
His son's graduating the military in Texas. I remember he told me that the last time
Yep.
I went on Ken and Ken. It's somewhere in
That's
San
why-
Antonio.
That's why he wasn't on all week on Ken and Ken. And I know he's been busy with everything else at night because, he's at the whim of when the other owner and the realtor wants to do their stuff. So it's been making his night shows kind of have to take a backseat.
Sometimes real life kicks your ass.
I tell you what,
Amen, brother.
Speaking of Ken,
Yeah.
I haven't seen Ken the Packer fan in a while. The last couple times I went on Ken and Ken. So.
He's going on some stuff with his father-in-law's health.
Oh,
So-
God.
Man.
And they all
Damn.
live with him. So, it's kind of a big thing. So prayers up to the
I hope
Catalone
everything
family.
I hope everything gets better, boys.
Oh yeah.
Hoping for everything to be good. Go ahead, Sean.
Since I talked about my channel, I might as well close it out talking about my channel. KCB Sports Network, where I go live 6 days out of the week, Monday through Friday at noon, Wednesday nights at 9:30, Friday nights at 9, and then Saturday night at 9 p.m. with the baseball roundtable talks. Wednesday night
that
is
was
the
fun
NFL
this
game.
weekend.
Yeah,
That
it was.
was-
It was fun seeing two Yankee fans go at it over salary cap.
Yeah, I like that more than anything. I thought. Rich, you missed a good one Saturday, buddy.
Oh yeah.
Hey, I was on granddad duty. Sorry.
Oh,
I hear ya.
You're good.
I appreciate it. I love the interaction with our fans.
Absolutely.
And as I say at the end of every single one of my shows, and I mean it from the bottom of my heart, try every day to be a better person than you were the day before, because that's the only way to make the world a better place. It's right here.
Absolutely.
Just for this guy, I'm gonna have to find a Homer Simpson shirt since he says I'm more of a Homer.
Well,
He said
yeah,
in one of the
because half your
comments.
lineup was either Astros or former Astros.
Yeah.
You're- At least I named players that played for other teams too.
And for that matter, Marcus, I'm surprised you didn't say George Springer for heaven's sake.
I couldn't be too biased there. I had to try. I didn't get to see a lot of the great legends over the years. Like I went to Astro games where I watched really no one play. Or no one you'll probably never hear of again. So this is kind of a golden age for me these last 7 years I was going to games.
I think I made a good ad and a drop tonight for the baseball league.
Now if we
I
did
added
football
Luis
players,
Garcia and fired Javi Baez into the sun.
if we did NFL positions, I could have filled you with some bigger names outside of the Saints.
Maybe we could do that tomorrow night on Open Blank.
Or Wednesday on NFL Roundtable Talks if anybody wants to join.
I'll get that list ready.
Now, Marcus, what time do you go live Wednesday night?
9 p.m. Central.
9 p.m. Central, right? So you're
Yes,
done
sir.
by 9 p.m. Eastern then, because that would be 8 Eastern, done by 9. Would you like to be a part of the NFL Roundtable Talks? Because I would love to have a Texans/Saints fan there.
Give me a time and date, and I can make it happen.
Every Wednesday, 9 p.m. As soon as you're done, I'll send you the link through X, and then you just pop in.
I could probably make it happen because there might be times where I might be over an hour, so I might get off like 5 or 10 minutes after. Make it happen.
Cool.
Even MD goes, Marcus, join the Wednesday. It's a fun show, because what I do is I look at the biggest news throughout the week, and you'll want to be a part of next week because it's Mockapalooza. We do one with trades, one without. Everybody gets to be the GM of their team. We all go into a mock together.
Nice.
Gotcha.
All right. Dylan, how do people get a hold of you?
Let's see. Spunky Spectrum Sports, Big D Podcast. I'm doing too many shows nowadays. I think I did a stream, popped up a video, and then a shorter video. I'm trying to figure out how to like stream videos that I record on streaming until I don't know. I've got NFL draft, you know what, coming on. I may be on Jeremy Wednesday, either this week or next. And then Rich, you and I are hosting the draft next Thursday.
By the way, Michael, let Boston Paul know that you and him will both have your shirts by Monday, so you can be wearing your Smoking Jeremy B shirts.
Cool.
Very good.
Rich, how people get you?
Twitter 8371 Big Rich 8371, Twitter X, whatever we're calling it this month. Facebook, just my name, Rich Richardson. Here every Monday night. Tomorrow night, Open Sports Mike. You never know where we're gonna go with that. And then Wednesday night, me and Adam, we talk everything Steel City sports. So Pirates, Penguins, we'll get to talk some playoff hockey, Adam. We'll also get
I didn't want to talk about playoff hockey because Jeremy gets a little irritated by that.
Not anymore.
No,
it's done.
But then we got of course those. Yeah, then we got those fighting buccos that are currently sitting atop the NL Central. We'll talk about tomorrow night too. So lots to get into. Or on Wednesday night.
Jeremy, you got some fans out there with your merch.
Yes.
All right, Rich, go ahead. I'm sorry.
No. That was it. And then Saturday, Haas and I are going to be doing the WrestleMania prediction show. Trying to get excited for this card, and I'm really having a hard time because out of the 13 matches, there's really only 3 that I'm excited about. So maybe once we do this prediction show, I'll have a little more excitement in me to for the 2 nights of WrestleMania.
You can tell
because it's not sold out. Does that make it not as?
I'm not excited.
Or is it just the card?
Well, you know why I'm not excited for WrestleMania this weekend, because they fucking took it from us when they promised.
Right, but the card is not very good. Once you get past Obafemi and Brock Lesnar, CM Punk and Roman Reigns, and Randy Orton and Cody Rhodes, it's at best.
None of the woman shit really intrigue you to want to see it.
No, because
Ripley and Jade Cargill, that's kind of like
Rhea is gonna have to carry Jade like a U-Haul trailer. Jade Cargill is horrible. Rhea's gonna have to call and carry that entire match. I would much rather see Rhea and Io again. I can't understand. Marcus and I were talking about this on the show last week. There's like 15 top-notch people that don't have a match at WrestleMania yet. Including your tag team champions, including a bunch of the former women's champions like Asuka and Io Sky, and
Didn't they?
and then you've got matches
too?
with some, huh?
Didn't we just get new WWE Women's Tag Team Champions too?
Yeah.
Didn't I see that?
Well, there's a ladder match for the women's tag title. Yeah, it's gonna have
4-way tag. No, the ladder match is for the IC title.
No. Well, no, yeah, it's a 4-way dance for the. I'm sorry, it's a 4-way dance for the women's, where you got Charlotte and Alexa, Lyra and Bailey, Lash
twins.
Legend and Nia Jax, who are the champions. And help me, who I'm missing, Marcus.
The fucking Bella twins.
Oh yeah, that's why I was forgetting them, because they deserve to be forgotten. Nikki and Brie Bella. So, that match is going to absolutely suck out loud. The ladder match might be okay for the IC title, but I'm sorry.
Why'd they make it a ladder match? Isn't that AJ Lee's belt? Isn't that AJ Lee's belt?
No, the women's title, it's AJ Lee against Becky Lynch, which might be a decent match, but yeah, it's not going to go. I bet you it doesn't go 5 minutes. I bet you the match don't go 5 minutes. Drew McIntyre and Jacob Fatu, I couldn't care less about, simply because it's
not a good time.
The biggest reason why those guys should be fighting has never been made public. Drew is the one that knocked Jacob's teeth down his throat. So, but they've never come out and actually said that he's the one that did it. So there's that. Finn Balor and Dominic Mysterio, the highlight to that whole thing is Finn Balor's bringing the demon back. There's just not a lot there. And if Brock Lesnar beats Obafemi in that first match on Sunday, I'm done. I will be completely disillusioned in everything, because there is no reason why Obafemi should not win that match. None.
All right.
Same way Randy Orton should win the title.
That is a small hint on what's going on Saturday's show. Tune in Saturday 9 Central in the AM.
I'm just gonna go ahead and say it now in case for those who don't tune in. But with how I'm feeling about Mania this year, plus what they did to us and taking it away from us, I'm going to go on the air and say with a straight face that I am boycotting night 1 of WrestleMania. On script, I'm saying because they took it away from us. But in reality, I got a DJ for 8 hours that night. So that's the other reason why I'm missing night 1.
Yeah, but in reality, you're also not missing much.
And in reality, you're making money instead of spending it to watch it.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
I got
all right.
back-to-back
So
in one night.
I'm going to thank everyone for tuning in, for fans of the Diamond tonight. All the comments, thank you very much. Jeremy, Jason, Dylan, Marcus, Rich, thanks for being here. I am at Sports Talking It on Twitter, at McNally on Facebook, Driving to the Top Productions on YouTube. Hit that like, subscribe button, and we will see you tomorrow night on Open Mic. All right. And Jamie and Joe are on at 8. Michael, if you want to watch them. Subway Conversation Show, Forehead. But anyway, have a good night, guys.
We gone.